In today's video, I've got the best 3 exercises to show you to help solve your neck hump. If you're one of those people that sit at a desk all day, or perhaps you look at your phone a lot, or you read, or you spend lots of time in this forward head position, you might have found that you're starting to develop a small hump at the back of your neck here, at the base of your neck. It's often accompanied by pain as well. It's actually caused by this position itself, so it's self-perpetuating in that the muscles get a bit weaker and tighter, get a bit laxer in certain positions as well, and it leads to you creeping ever further forwards. It can be fixed, and in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So the first exercise is called the YWTL, and actually it's my favorite. In fact, if you were to do just this one exercise alone, it would make a huge difference to your neck hump, and it would probably solve your neck hump just by doing this one exercise by itself. The exercise is really simple to do, so let's run through it quickly. So in standing, I want you to take both your arms over your head. You can see that I've created this Y position, like as in Y from YMCA. Now from this position here, we want to keep our head fairly relaxed and neutral, and then take our shoulders and arms back. Take them back to as far as you can comfortably go, and you'll feel a natural resistance there. In that position, you're now going to be feeling the muscles between your shoulder blades working quite hard to hold you in that position. And that's a position I'd like you to hold for 15 seconds. So you just hold that position for 15 seconds. You'll be surprised, if you've not done this before, actually how hard it is just to maintain arms above your head, and then to hold them back as well is equally as difficult. This is your Y. Next position is your T. So we bring your arms down into this T position, this crucifix position here, and making sure that you're bringing your arms back, feeling those shoulder blades squeeze between, the muscles between your shoulder blades squeezing quite nicely. Hold for a further 15 seconds. Once you've held for 15 seconds, we then create your W. Here's your W here. So we're just taking those hands back, trying to keep those elbows back. Now you might find in this position that you're feeling some tension behind the shoulders, not just between the shoulder blades, but right behind them as well. And again, 15 seconds here, please. From this position, and now this is often the one that people find the hardest, create the L. So elbows come down and you bring your arms out. So again, hold for 15 seconds. It is really easy to let your head creep forwards here, and we're just going to make sure that our head sits nicely over our shoulders as you hold this position for 15 seconds, and then relax nicely. And you only have to do one repetition of that to begin with. In fact, if you find that really hard, you might want to consider perhaps just starting with a 5-second hold, or even a 2 or 3 second hold, or even just breaking up those 4 components into each separate exercise. And once you get more proficient at it and you get more stronger, and you develop more control, you can then go through the complete set. So that's Y, T, W, L. Exercise number 2, and you'll need either a golf club or a stick or a broom handle or a straight piece of wood, something like that. And we're going to go back into that Y position again, but this time we're going to be holding the club. So we're going to bring your arms up over your head into this Y, and again you're just going to take those arms back as far as you can go. Try not to let the head creep forwards again. And in this position now, we're going to create some mobility. So we're going to rotate to the side, hold for a second, and then rotate to the other side. This is a great exercise. So it's not only going to be mobilizing your thoracic spine, your spine between your shoulder blades, but also your lumbar spine as well. And this is the mobilization aspect that we really need to incorporate. I would start by doing 10 repetitions of those, so 1 to each side, or if you like the time aspect to it, you could perhaps do that for a 15-second period. 15 to 20 seconds would be a good place to start. Again, if that feels really uncomfortable or quite challenging, start by doing 5 seconds, or even just 1 or 2 rotations, but just make a start, try and get that thoracic spine a bit more mobile. So you've done exercise 1 and 2, and I'd like you to do them in this order, please. So start with the YWTL, then the thoracic rotation with the arm overhead, and then you move on to this last exercise, which is a chin retraction and is aimed at strengthening. So we've done some mobilization, we've done some stretching with some strengthening, and now we're just going to focus on mobilization with strength again to really drive this home. Really, again, really straightforward position. There are loads of positions that you can start this in. I like to start, if you're a completely beginner, just in standing. And I want you to start in a good posture. So that good posture will really be trying to imagine that your head is sat nicely on your shoulders. And then from that position there, we're going to try and push the head further back. So I want you to keep your eyes on a level, keep your chin on the level so you're not too far down or too far up. And we're going to try and maintain that as we complete what's called a chin retraction. So a chin retraction is just taking a fingertip, placing it on the tip of your chin, and just drawing that head back. Give yourself a lovely double chin there, and then relax. You can go again, and relax. This is the one that my patients tell me they find sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. You know, we're getting back into this position that you've not been used to being in, and sometimes it creates quite a deep stretch, which can feel actually really nice, but can be bordering discomfort. So please be aware that that might be the case. You can work into this discomfort a little bit. I ask my patients to do 10 repetitions here. Nice and easy, 10. Start with that again. If you're finding this super difficult or uncomfortable, then just start with 1 or 2 reps and slowly build up. In terms of how often you should do these, the key really is to create a consistent plan of doing them every single day. I ask my patients to do them every night before they go to bed. For maximum benefit, you should try and do these a couple of times a day. And if you combine these 3 exercises with being aware of your posture day to day, so being super aware of your posture, so I'm not talking about walking around with your chest pumped up and dragging your shoulders back all the time, but perhaps be thinking of not letting your head sink too far into this position. A lovely analogy really is to imagine that you've got a balloon attached to the top of your head and it's just floating you up, making you nice and tall. Take regular breaks when you're working, especially on the computer. Get up, move around for a few seconds, and then reset. You can do the same when you're looking at your phone, reading, etc. And that is a big component of overcoming a neck hump. Part 1 is the exercises to strengthen, stretch, mobilize. Part 2 is being aware of these postural deficiencies and trying to minimize them in your day-to-day as much as you can. So that's your complete plan to overcoming a neck hump. And this will transform it for you if you apply it and stick with it and do it consistently over time. So thanks for watching. If you find it useful, please like, it really helps. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. I produce videos like this every week or so. And so if you subscribe, you'll be kept in the loop of when the next video will be. Give it a try. Good luck and look forward to seeing you in the next video.